She was never meant to be normal. In a world of beauty, smiles, and scripted perfection, Luna Vachon was chaos incarnate: wild hair, piercing eyes, unhinged screams, and a presence that terrified audiences before the bell even rang. She didn't just play a character. She became one. But on August 27, 2010, the scream stopped. Luna Vachon was found dead at just 48 years old. Authorities labeled it an accidental overdose. Fans called it tragic. Yet behind the official explanation lies a far darker story, one filled with childhood trauma, mental illness, substance abuse, and an industry that celebrated her madness but failed to save the woman behind it. This is not just the story of a wrestler's death. This is the mystery of Luna Vachon, a soul consumed by the persona that made her famous. Luna Vachon was born Trudy Adore Vachon in 1962 into one of professional wrestling's most brutal and legendary families. The Vachon name was synonymous with violence, toughness, and insanity inside the ring. From a very young age, Luna was surrounded by chaos, physical aggression, and emotional instability. Her childhood was deeply troubled, marked by abuse, neglect, and exposure to extreme behavior that no child should endure. Wrestling was not a dream, it was a destiny forced upon her. As she grew older, Luna's identity became inseparable from pain, rebellion, and survival, shaping the dark persona that would later shock audiences worldwide. When Luna entered the wrestling world, she broke every rule society had placed on women. She shaved parts of her head, painted her face like a nightmare, and screamed like someone possessed. In WWE and other promotions, Luna wasn't presented as beautiful or elegant. She was presented as dangerous. Fans loved her because she felt real, raw, and unpredictable. But behind the character was a woman slowly losing control of where Luna ended and Trudy began. The more extreme the persona became, the more the audience demanded it. What they didn't see was the emotional exhaustion, the identity crisis, and the growing mental health struggles she carried silently backstage. Luna Vachon openly struggled with bipolar disorder, depression, and severe emotional instability. Years of untreated trauma mixed with the pressure of maintaining her terrifying image took a devastating toll. Wrestling locker rooms in the 1990s were not safe spaces for mental health discussions. Vulnerability was seen as weakness. As opportunities in WWE faded, Luna found herself increasingly isolated, financially unstable, and emotionally abandoned by the industry that once profited from her madness. Friends described her as kind, intelligent, and deeply sensitive, yet tormented by inner demons she could never escape. Like many wrestlers of her era, Luna turned to prescription medication to cope, not just with physical pain, but with emotional suffering. Painkillers, antidepressants, and anti-anxiety drugs became a way to survive each day. Over time, this self-medication created a dangerous cocktail that blurred reality and increased her vulnerability. Multiple arrests, erratic behavior, and public breakdowns were not scandals, they were cries for help. But instead of support, Luna often faced judgment, mockery, and silence. On August 27, 2010, Luna Vachon was found dead in her Florida home. She was only 48 years old. The official cause of death was ruled an accidental overdose caused by a combination of prescription medications. There was no suicide note, no dramatic scene, just another wrestler gone too soon. Yet for many fans, the explanation felt incomplete. How does someone with a lifetime of visible pain simply fade away unnoticed? Her death was quiet, almost forgotten, mirroring the way the wrestling world had slowly erased her long before her final breath. While authorities ruled Luna's death accidental, questions remain. Years of mental illness, emotional trauma, and substance dependency create a dangerous environment where accidents are rarely simple. Luna lived on the edge between control and collapse for most of her life. Whether her death was a tragic mistake or the inevitable result of lifelong suffering, one truth remains undeniable. She never received the help she desperately needed. The system failed her just as it failed so many others. Luna Vachon will always be remembered as one of the most unique and fearless women in wrestling history. She shattered stereotypes, challenged norms, and proved that strength didn't have to be beautiful. But behind the legendary character was a wounded woman searching for peace. Her death stands as a haunting reminder that entertainment often consumes its most authentic souls. Luna didn't just perform madness, she lived inside it, and it ultimately destroyed her. Luna Vachon terrified the world, but no one saw how afraid she truly was. Remember her story, remember the warning, and never ignore the pain behind the performance.